Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my review of Ladies Who List Atlanta, Season 1, Episode 6, Giddy Up. Let's get into it.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even bother?
Aunties and lives, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hi, everybody, and welcome back. And this is Auntie. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you all so much for joining the family. To all of my nieces and nephews and my members who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If I had to rate this episode of Ladies Who List Atlanta, I would rate this episode and the episode before it, episode 5, because I'm going to intertwine the two of those together. I would rate this episode A, both episodes a B. Let me know down in the comments section what you would rate this episode of Ladies Who List Atlanta. I have found this show to be extremely interesting. I have been on my downtime, I have on my downtime been looking and following these ladies on Instagram and on YouTube. And it has confirmed a lot of what I have been thinking the whole entire time concerning these women. Sometimes you question, or maybe others question, whether or not you have a good judge of character, or whether or not you can judge a good character or not. And I'm telling you right now, looking at the show, looking at the Instagram and the YouTube videos, I was right about Lady Q the whole entire time. Q, baby, it is not about you at all. And you have on your YouTube channel and everywhere else tried to make this about you. You have said negative things about the network and how you're not coming back and all that kind of stuff. And I kept wondering as I watched your YouTube videos and commented in your comment section. One of them you totally ignored. You saw, but you chose to ignore. And it's okay because, we do what we do. But I kept wondering, what was your motivation for doing the things that you have been doing and saying the things that you have been saying and making the decision to not come back to the show? You indicated, Lady Q, on multiple times that you felt like they weren't showing enough of the real estate, but they were focused on the drama. I found that not to be true. And they are focused on your drama. See, if you don't bring the drama, they don't have no drama. And if they do have drama, it's very little, few and far between. But with you, you have made this thing completely and totally about you. Last episode 5, Q had I see the real estate agents that work under her. She indicated that it was their first year of the realty, okay, company, and that she was going to be celebrating them. She mentioned how much they did in sales, but then she talked about the party. She told the ladies not to wear, streetwear or office wear, but to be glammed up. Everybody loves a great occasion to get glammed up, including me. But then when we saw you this week, it was all about you. Now, I don't know if they edited out you celebrating those women, but I just was like, they're only going to capture what it is that you give them. Where's my hands? Period, point blank, poo. That's all they're going to capture. Hunty, let's get into this review because I got a couple of things that I would like to say to Kiana or Kiana. We open up this episode the same way that we close. They were all at at Lady Q's 1-year party, anniversary party. They said that Q said that she didn't want any drama at the party. But for some reason, the other women did not get the memo because they continued to ask Robin, who looked like the Catwoman, okay? They continued to ask her about when was the last time she talked to Crystal, are they okay, all that kind of stuff. And so, of course, Robin, not being rude, tried to answer their questions. Q said she didn't want any drama there, that this was a night about her. But I could have sworn in a meeting she said that this was about the staff. But now it's all about her. So Crystal comes in. She's standing right behind Robin. Tiffany tells her she's right behind you. Maybe you should turn around and spin around and say hi. Now, in episode 5, Kira, her and Robin had an opportunity to talk and to squash their beef. So she is, hospitable towards Robin this week or last week. And now this week, we see Crystal and Robin have a conversation. They're trying to have a conversation about what went down. Now, it turns out that the two of them have not talked to each other in at least 21 days. And they haven't talked to each other, and of course, everybody is curious about it. So Crystal tells Robin that she wants an apology. Robin said, I don't feel like I need to apologize to you for anything. I'm waiting on your apology. She said, you didn't even call me. And so Robin was like, well, you didn't call me. Robin told Crystal, she said, you didn't call me. And Crystal was like, well, how would I get in contact with you? You blocked me. And she said, I didn't block your phone number. And so instead of Crystal taking responsibility and saying, okay, you know what, you're right, or compromising with her best friend, she goes on to say, you want me to run behind you like I'm running behind some peen. Everything that comes out of Crystal's mouth is related to a peen. I can't even imagine how Crystal is in a relationship. First of all, she's a liar. She's been proven to be a liar, and she's a gaslighter. She wants to gaslight the hell out of you. She also likes to manipulate the conversation to steer it in her way. And while we all have hopes for her, I was proud of her when I first met her, being a closing an attorney and all of that, because I'm sure that there was a lot of hard work that went into, her character is preceding her. Some of these people, some of these women, this show was to their benefit, and some of them it wasn't. And Crystal, it hasn't been. Crystal is trying to tell Robin that she did not like her hitting her. And that's what she believes that Robin needs to apologize for. And Robin said, but you left your seat and came all the way over here to get into something. The people who were not even my friends were more sympathetic and more understanding about what was happening than you were, and you were supposed to be my friend. Robin said at first, the first week of not talking to Crystal, she was hurt. She said the second week, wait a minute, I put it on my notes. Hold on, y'all. She said the second week she was angry. The third week she was confused. And in week 4, she said, fuck it. Kim indicated to Robin that she meant no harm and that everything that she did was out of love. Honey, I don't want love like that. And I don't think anybody wants love like that, especially from someone that you call your friend. Robin, out of respect for Q and where they was, Robin tried to end that conversation at least 3 to 4 times. And she would not allow her to end it. The first time when Robin got up, I just was like, this girl, Crystal, she's a manipulator. The first time when Robin got up, she said, so are you ending the friendship? To make Robin stay. Then when Robin tried to have a conversation with her, she said, can I talk? Can I talk just 1 minute? Just 1 minute? But you weren't doing anything but spinning a whole bunch of lies and making a whole bunch of excuses for why you did what you did. Robin told her, as my friend, if you knew that Q had a problem with me, you should have told me and prepared me for it. I went into this conversation with these women, Q in particular, blindsided. Crystal sat there and said she just found out that night. That was a lie. When you went to her, matter of fact, you were in front of other people at a they all was going to a where were they at? I can't remember. They were looking at a house, I know that. Crystal brought it up in front of those women, and Q told her exactly why she was anxious to get there to tell Robin no. She knew what the situation was because Q doesn't bite her tongue at all. So she was fully aware of what was going on. Absolutely, Jennifer. Crystal playing dumb, being an educate. Okay, you was trying to say something else. She knows exactly what it is that she's doing. Robin ended up squashing it and said, you know what? I'm going to squash it. But one of the things that she said was, I'm sorry that that's your perception. Robin said, that's not my perception about what happened. It is what happened. And the thing about it is, somebody like Crystal, you just got to play the game with Crystal. Whatever it is that you deal, however it is that you deal with Crystal, it's got to be a need. It's got to be a fair exchange with her. Because if not, it's going to always be robbery, in my opinion. It's going to always be robbery. Because until you can be honest and tell the truth on the smallest topic, situation, argument, disagreement, agreement. You know what? Move on, Andy. Crystal said that she feels like Robin, being friends with Robin, is like walking on eggshells. Robin said that this is the first time she's ever heard that. Then when Robin gets up to leave, she says, "You're standing over me again." Victim. As Robin indicated, you came all the way across the lawn to be in the middle of something, but you indicate that you were trying to comfort me. Well, comforting me is not sitting there yelling, "Triggered, triggered, triggered." How's that a comfort to me? Like I said, I've wanted to like Crystal. Beautiful woman, but just not, in my opinion, and it's just my opinion, she lacks the integrity that is required of girlfriends. There has to be a level of integrity and honesty where you are in a relationship with someone you call your bestie. And Crystal doesn't have it. The next, now I wanted to say, Q had the party. She got up. She talked about her company and how, she had worked for a company and how her husband was supportive. And, this was something that she wanted to do. The episode prior to that, episode 5, is where we see Q and her husband go and speak with a fertility doctor. She indicated that she was putting her career before everything. And here it is now, she's at a place in her life where she wants to have children, or a child, right? And she said it doesn't make a difference how she does that. She wants to be able to have a child. And oftentimes, as women, especially women who are climbing that corporate ladder and trying to make a substantial living for ourselves, we forget about fertility. We don't think about children because we feel like, a child is going to hold me back from, what it is, my goals, my career goals. It doesn't fit in. And especially as African American women, this is just my opinion, we got to work harder, 2 times harder than our counterparts. And so when it comes down to having a child, you feel like, oh my God, how can I squeeze this in when I've got to work overtime tonight? I've got to get this assignment done and I can't, I don't have a babysitter, or it's that kind of stuff. Hold on, y'all. So a string or something. It's that kind of stuff that we take into consideration when it's time to have kids. And it goes on the back burner. And then when we've settled down and we've reached that goal, now we want kids. And I'm happy that I had mine when I did. I was still much older. I was 33 years old. Had not ever planned on having any kids. But once, I just was like, hey, let's just go ahead and have this baby. And it was hard. There would be times when I first started when I found out, okay, when I found out that I had to fly for cases, I had to be in courtrooms, I had to do all of those things, right? I'm just telling a little teeny bit. There were nights where my child would be sleeping on the floor, right? And there were times when I wasn't coming home and I was traveling, handling different cases and stuff like that, right? Because at the time I was doing something, a little different. And I had to make a decision. Is this something that I want to do for the rest of my life? How am I going to be able to handle this? Um, I, I, I can't have someone else raise my kids. Now, I had someone in my life who was, you know, there for me. but I knew that I could not continue to do the work that I was doing with a little child. When my baby took her first steps, I wasn't there because I was on travel. And so I had to make a career decision. And a lot of times as women, that's what we have to do. So nobody is judging Q or blaming Q. I'm just trying to talk to you all as women, because we do have to make those choices. And I know that that choice was bad for her. Um, or at least she may look back on it now and say, God, I wish I had, right? The doctor told her that her clock, her biological clock is ticking, and that the problem with their fertility may not even be her, it could be him. But I understand where she is, and I understand where a lot of us are as women trying to have a child and build a career at the same time. It's rough, it's hard, and there are decisions that we have to make. I remember with myself having to stay on this one particular job longer than I wanted to because my daughter was so ill. And this particular job, had the hours and the leave time that benefited me being able to take care of my child. So I stayed there years, and did not leave because I needed that flexibility, knowing that if I continued to climb up the corporate ladder, I wouldn't have that flexibility. So Q, we all understand. We have compassion for you. I am hoping that you and your husband are able to have a baby and to bring a child into your life. Um, so I absolutely understand that wall. And I just thought that that was important for me to say, because there may be someone else who is coming along and may see this video and blame yourself or be hard on yourself or judge yourself harshly because you put your career before having a child, because of the difficulties that can come along with it. And there are difficulties that can come along with that, but God is still able. Okay. And he will redeem the time. So, but as I said, even having said that, I did not see Q recognize those women. And I was a bit disappointed that the production staff, or even Q, neglected to do that. She made a promise. She put it out there. What you say? Let me see what you saying. I wanted to leave my job because I hated it, but I had to stay because I became pregnant and worked hard for my maternity leave and good health insurance. Maria T, honey, I'm trying to tell you, that's the testimony of myself and so many other people. Coming up the corporate ladder is not easy, especially when you got a little one, honey. I'm telling you, it's not easy. So, there was a couple who are YouTubers that we saw during the first episode. We saw Robin and Crystal close on their home. Robin decides to go over to the house a couple of weeks later, I guess, and they have made their home or their house a home. And Robin is there. It's a couple of days before her birthday, and she's just coming over there to celebrate them. The thing that I liked about the YouTubers was that they said, you know, Robin, you really taught us about this real estate thing. And it is important when buying a home that you really understand real estate and you understand more than just going to a house and picking out a house because you like the sinks and the floors. There's so much more that goes into understanding real estate, understanding how and when to buy, understanding interest rates and PMIs and It's just so much. And the girl was like, you taught me so much going through the process that I feel like I can be a real estate agent myself. Now you may feel like that, honey, but you wait till you open up that book, bitch. Okay. But anyway, I digress. And so, Robin was there, and her mom and her sister and them call her on the phone. And this Robin has indicated, has been very open throughout this season with the relationship with the women in her household and the women in her life. And it was good to see them call and, wish her a happy birthday. Yeah. No, the couple that she was there with, they didn't know it was they did not know it was her birthday. And so they were like, we got to celebrate, we're going to pop a bottle and all that kind of stuff. But it was good to see that come out of that situation where, she was saying that, we all are different. We all have different goals and all of this, but I really want to reconcile my relationship with my mother and with my sister. And I thought that that was absolutely beautiful as she celebrated this couple, because when you get a real estate agent and you buy your home, that's somebody who is like a lifelong friend to you, right? Especially when you are trying to buy more properties. Buying a home is the first step, one of the first steps to building wealth. And in the last episode, we saw Crystal talking to her father, who has built wealth by buying multiple homes and paying them off. I think he indicated that he had 3 homes and that he is renting those homes out to people. That's wealth. He said that is what helped him to retire. Um, and so I just thought that that was I thought that that was fabulous, just absolutely fabulous, that, he has built his own wealth, and that's retirement. And then, property and stuff like that can be passed down from generation to generation. And I just think it's absolutely fabulous. There's a project that I'm working on. And yeah, I'm throwing my stuff in here too. If you don't like it, just go ahead on and click off the video and come back later. And I wasn't going to say anything about it, but I am creating something that is going to help assist women with purchasing homes and building wealth through real estate. And I'm just going to be so excited to roll that out to you all sometime in the very near future, where you can really look at the home buying process and really think about, what is it that I qualify? How do I qualify? What is the difference between an FHA loan and a conventional loan? How much home do I need? How much home can I afford? What makes me house poor? What, you know what I'm saying? So seeing this show, I know that my temperament is different. And it's because this is so serious to me. We have to build wealth. And one of the best ways of building wealth is through real estate. There are all kinds of other ways of doing that, but real estate, it hardly ever loses its value unless everything just crash. But still, if you hold on to that mother, okay. So I can't wait to roll that out in the next couple of months. To y'all, I'm really excited about it. But anyway, these women are inspiring me. And even when sitting on their YouTube lives and sitting on their Instagram lives, there's so many women who are in the comments section asking about the real estate process and saying that they're going to be real estate agent, and they aspire, and how the show is inspiring them. And it really is inspiring to see women. Okay. Doesn't make a difference what race, color, creed, religion. I don't care. It really does do your heart good to see women doing it. And these women are doing it big. Okay. Quinetta and Mario are with Tiana. Okay. I think it's Tiana. And she is selling houses and showing houses every week. Every week she is working in her craft. I'm gonna tell you, her and Tiffany, I like them. I don't know if y'all do, but I like them. They are about their business. They got high level drama. They not in the weeds, in the thick of this bull crap. They are doing what we want to see. Tiana took them out to Quinetta and Mario. Now Quinetta got a whole lot of properties because last week she had a damn property that an athlete was trying to buy. He was trying to lowball her on it. She ended up taking the house down by $500,000, right? A half a mil. I mean, no, she didn't. I can't remember. Was it 50,000, y'all? I think it was 50,000. She took it down by 50,000 because the house has been on the market for a while. And Tiana was saying, there's a thin line between it because if you take the house and you reduce the home, then some buyers will think, oh, you do? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Tiana is like that in real life. I know her. Blessed in every area of my life. Thank you so much. Thank you. But she was explaining that if a house is on the market for a certain amount of time and it's not selling, there's both a pro and a con to reducing the price of their home. Reducing the price of the home will make the home more marketable, right? People will want to buy the home. But it also has a con, and that con is that the buyer may believe that there's something wrong with the house, when in all actuality, there is nothing wrong with that beautiful house that she showed that athlete. I believe that she was selling it for 2.5 million and he assessed it at 1.9. And so it was not a home that he was willing to purchase because he was purchasing it as an investment property. Now, this particular Quinetta and Mario, she's buying a house for her son Mario and his wife. And they have been looking, at properties. And so Tiana found a farm that was, not downtown, out in the country of Georgia. And the house is sitting on 5 acres, okay? 5 acres of land. It had a barn. The house was already there. Now, it was dated. The house was dated. But if you have the money and you have the skills that Quinetta has, then you can look at that house and only just the sky is the limit to what you can do. If the bones are good in the house, because I've had a house, honey, that the bones was good, but I just ain't had time to invest in it. But if the bones are good, and the bones were good in that house, the sky's the limit to what you can do with it. Kyra, or Kira, I don't know how to pronounce these women's names. Kira showed the house to B. Simone. It was a townhome in the city. $677,000. 677,386. She got 2,200 square feet at 677,000. They got 5 acres with already 3 structures on the property and 5 acres for $549,000. You do the math. Now, a lot of people don't want to live in the country, right? They don't want to live in the country. But if you could do it, do it. The son said, Mama, we ain't even going to play around with this. We like this. The son thought that the house was like $1 million and something. She said, no, it's not. It's $549,000. Go ahead and put an offer on it. Take that joint down to $499. Put the bid in there. Start there. And then maybe y'all can be halfway. You know what I'm saying? You always gonna go in lower, right? And especially if it's been on the market for a while, you're gonna try to go lower, whatever. We ain't gonna talk about that right now, but go low and then meet in the middle. Okay, because I'm sure that these people want to get the property off of their hand, and that's all that really matters at that point. But the price difference is huge for what B. Simone got for the townhouse. But this townhouse gave B. Simone everything that the condos didn't. It gave her the life that she wanted. It gave her the closet space. It was a 3-bedroom, 3-bath townhome. She had a nice little rooftop and all of that kind of stuff. Very, very nice. But that's the kind of home for her lifestyle. And so, you buy a home based on your lifestyle. And when you walk into a home, you know whether or not you connect with it. You can feel it in your bones, and your bones match that house bones. And it's nothing wrong with buying a fixer-upper. Nothing wrong with buying a fixer-upper and investing sweat equity in that home. And sometimes you can have a turnkey home. Turn that key, honey, and a year later, after all the warranties done expired, everything go out on it. That happened to one of my girlfriends. Brought a cotton freaking house, $750,000. New build. A brand new build. When I say a new build, I'm talking about a brand new build. $750,000. Right the day after the cotton freaking warranty went out on her whole heating system blew out. Her and her family had to stay in there the whole entire winter with no central heat. No central heat. On a brand new build. I won't say who the builder is, but a brand new build. And not only did that happen to her, but it happened to multiple people in that brand new community. So you gotta always have money in the bank when you start buying a home. Okay. But we'll talk about that another time. So Tiana and Crystal, they get together with each other, and their kids are playing soccer, and they, having that family time. That's the time I was talking about. They having that family time, and they just kicking the bubble. I love their relationship. I love their friendship. I hope it doesn't ever sour. If they have a dispute, I'm hoping that they're able to reconcile it and get it together very quickly, because I love the friendship. I love the womanhood between Tiana and Tiffany. And the two of them were talking about, there's a bunch of Libra parties coming up, and they want to have a Libra party, and they're going to do horseback riding, but they're not inviting Crystal's ass, and they're not inviting Kira. And I was like, you shouldn't have invited Q. But anyway, they did. They invited Q. The next thing we see is Robin and Crystal. Robin and Crystal are getting together. Crystal comes in with a big bouquet of flowers for Robin for her birthday. And, the two of them are just chit-chatting. At this dinner or this lunch, Crystal comes up and talks about this guy named Zane, who she said that would marry her in a heartbeat, yet he's a polyamorous. But she said he'd marry her on the drop of a dime. But he's poly. How that go? No, she had a meeting with Kira the week before and was talking about this poly party. Now she's sitting here with Crystal, and she's talking to Crystal about a poly party. And talking to Robin about a poly party. And Robin said, I'm trying to figure out who is Crystal. Hello? I'm trying to figure out the same thing too. Because why is she wanting everyone to participate in this? Is she a recruiter for Zane? I'm just asking for a friend. Is it her job to be in this party and invite and recruit the women that her and Robin said, let me look this up. Let me find out what this is. So Robin looks it up and she's like, so everybody know what everybody doing and everybody open about what everybody. Then she goes and asks Robin, do you believe that all men cheat? Robin said, yeah, I believe all men cheat. But this poly thing, is it cheating or not? Something wrong with Crystal, in my opinion. Something is seriously going on with Crystal. She was in a long-term relationship, according to her, that she had been in for 4 years. She broke up with the dude, and now she with a dude that's a polygamy that's polyamorous. Like what? Robin asked her, is there something that's going on between you and Tiffany? She said, Tiffany who? I said, that's so fake. Tiffany who? She said, Tiffany all girl. Oh, now she's all girl? She said, Crystal cool as hell. I'm Tiffany cool as hell. She totally understood and related to what I was going through. All the attacks that was on me, the fire, the pit that I was standing in. And Tiffany did understand it. And she said, well, I don't know her. All the people that, that have been around us know that, there's something going on. Then she tells Robin or asks Robin, is she trying to be your friend to get your money? And Robin was like, why does everything have to be about money? No, everything is about money and pain to her. And that's why she can't make genuine connections. She's a life of the party, but she's not making genuine connections. She criticizes Robin, who's upfront about it. Now, Robin has been upfront. I don't have great relationships with women. And when you get to be a certain age, most of the time, that's your testimony. But she doesn't have great connections with women either, because she sees these women, as financial opportunities that she can benefit from. That's just my opinion, because she really don't mess with Kyra. Is it Kyra or Kira, y'all? She doesn't really mess with her, but she invited her over for a 5-star dinner at her office in order to gain her business. But you don't even know her. Y'all in the same business, doing the same thing. This girl is selling luxury homes, and this is the first time you've sat down with her? This is the first time you sat down with her. Robin asked Crystal very early on in the first episode, is Tiffany your competition? Hell yeah, she is. Hell yeah, she is. She absolutely is her competition. But Tiffany's not competing with her. Crystal is doing it. And then you don't know the woman, but you bad mouthing her. How you gonna not know her, but you got something bad, negative to say about her? That's why you didn't get invited to the party. So the women all go horseback riding. This is their time to go horseback riding. They all got their little outfits on. Some of them a little too dressed up to be riding on a horse. But anyway, they go out to a black ranch. And it's a husband and wife team. and they give them some guidelines and give them a little bit of, training about how to ride a horse, how to mount the horse, and all that kind of stuff. They assess their shoes and their boots, and they like, well, some of you all got the right attire on, and some of you all don't. And so the women ride around and, they just, doing their little thing on the horse. And they have a great time and they're riding the horse. And Robin says, I'm really excited about being here. I'm having a great time being here. And so after the ladies are doing that, they walk over and they're kind of talking. I don't know whether or not they're having lunch or whatever. And Robin uses this opportunity to tell Tiffany about her conversation with Crystal. Now, Robin, that was messy. The conversation that you had with Tiffany at the ranch was messy. Because a dog that'll carry a bone will bring a bone. And that's what you did. Now, I like you. I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt. I love to talk to you when you are online on Instagram. Love you. But I'm telling you, Robin, right now, that was messy. Because if you genuinely wanted these two women to connect to each other, you have her telephone number, her email address. You can text her, you can call her, you can beep her, you can do it up. That was messy to have that conversation in front of those women. That's never a good thing because you got too many strong women who have voices and opinions. Crystal is already showing that she really doesn't want this relationship with Tiffany. She's never forged one before. They went to school together. They're doing the same thing. They could have been had a conversation about it. Crystal said, look, honey, Tiffany said, look, I've been dealing with me and my kids. I don't have time to deal with all of this bull crap. I don't care who's talking. I don't care about anybody's opinion. I don't have time to get into it. And Robin said, yeah, because, as moms, that's what we do. We're managing and, juggling balls and stuff. But, if you don't have any kids, you don't understand it. People who don't have children don't understand it. Now, they're talking about Crystal. Lady Q jumps in and say, you're talking about me. You're talking about me. You said people who don't have kids don't understand. I understand. Robin said it wasn't about you. It wasn't about you, Q. No, it is about me. You're talking about me. Then she says that Robin needs to read the room. She needs to read the room and understand people may be going through things. How do you read the room with somebody you don't know? How was that not an appropriate response from Robin when your girl Tiffany is the one that sat there and said, I don't have time for it. I got kids. Tiffany made this about the children. Robin responded and agreed with what Tiffany said. But because Robin said that, which is a fact, if you do not have children, you do not understand balancing children and career. You do not understand it. It's not an insult. It's not a dig. It's not shade. It's the truth. I have to balance. I have to balance doing YouTube videos. I have to say, Pooh, I got to do X, Y, and Z. I got to do videos. She was just trying to have a conversation with me. I was like, it's getting late. I got to do these videos. You don't understand that because it's just you and your husband. You don't understand what the compromises. Having to cook a whole cotton freaking dinner. Okay? A whole dinner. There are compromises, especially when your children get to be older and they live with you and they're balancing work and balancing school and like it's a juggling act when you have children. And unless you do and you have them living in your home, you don't understand it. And it is not a dig. But Q saw it as a dig because she's currently going through the fertility. Now, in the other episode, she mentioned that her and her husband was working with another practice. And that practice never saved her eggs and never saved his specimen. She said that they ended up having to, get their money back from them. And they lucky they did, because a lot of people wouldn't have been able to get it back. I have been watching Q on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel. And on her YouTube channel, she has been bashing this show. She has been indicating that we haven't been seeing real estate. We have not been seeing these women sell properties. Here's the thing, Q. Again, I kept wondering where you were coming from. What was your motive? What was your motive for quitting the show? What is your motive for going out there and saying that they're not showing us doing real estate? The first episode, Robin sold a house and Crystal closed. Kira just sold a townhouse to be Simone. Robin has closed on what, 2-3 homes, sold 2 or 3 condos. Tiana just sold a house. What you meant to say, because she kept saying it was about the drama. What you meant to say is, sis, my slip is showing. See, because you can control the narrative on your Instagram page, and you can control the narrative on your YouTube channel. But what you can't control is what got spliced, left on the editor's floor, and what we're going to see about you. See, because unless you're creating drama or in drama, there is no drama for them to show. And everybody got a little bit of drama. So there's nothing wrong with drama. It's just the drama that you have and the drama that you're portraying is all about you. You wanting to shine. You wanting to show your stuff. The other ladies are showing theirs. We haven't seen you. We have not seen you. At least I don't remember. If y'all remember, put it down in the comment section. We ain't seen you sell no house. All we see is you bragging, showing off, showing what it is that you have. And it's okay if you advertising on Instagram and stuff like that, but you cannot down this whole show, which is what you have been doing, in my opinion. You've been downing the whole show because you're not seen in a good light. You wanted to make Robin the bad guy. That's what you wanted to do by coming up with this $500 per contract. And then Robin sits there, not only on the screen, but on Instagram, and says, I said, okay, all right, 500. You are on a show with a grudge that's over a year old because you just celebrated your 1-year anniversary. And you didn't have the company when you went to Robin. You went to Robin so you could start your company. But you wanted us to see Robin in a bad light. And we're seeing you. We're seeing that you're in the middle of stuff. We're seeing you not exercising self-control. Because they were talking about Crystal the whole time. Why you made that about you, I don't have an understanding. We would like to see you not throw a party. We would not. We would like to see you not talking about Robin with your husband during breakfast time. Yes, we want to see your lifestyles, but we want to see you selling too. We want to see maybe the women who work under you, your realtors. We would like to see them sell a house. So if you did not do enough of the business stuff, then there is not enough of the business stuff to show. These other women are doing business. Just about every time you see Robin, she's in somebody's house or somebody's condo selling something. You cannot blame the editors and then say, I'm definitely not coming back for a season 2. We don't need you back for a season 2 because I don't remember you selling. The only thing I remember you coming is for that pocket listing. And that's the time when Crystal used the opportunity to tell you about Robin. Other than that, we ain't seen you sell nothing. Sis, we're proud of you, of everything you've done. But you can't blame bad editing when the other women are selling. And the other women are they are educating us about the market and how it works. Tiana, Kyra, Kira, Robin, Tiffany, but not Q. Q wants us to see her in a cute dress with red bottoms on. That's just my opinion. So if you want us to see something different, show us something different. Make sure that the editors don't catch you talking about the woman in the morning and with your husband at breakfast time. And then when you sit down with her and Robin says, I didn't tell you $500 per contract. And like Robin said, how much did you gain on those 26 contracts? If you were selling homes at $1 million a piece, you said that y'all did what, $50 million in sales? Those was just your agents. So you continue to bash the show. But what did not happen is that we're not seeing the other women in the bad light. We're seeing you with your fool-la-la and your shenanigans. And you probably may want to talk to Tiana and get some, talk to Tiffany, because they doing a damn thing. They are doing it. And and the thing that I like about, is it Tiffany or Tiana? The thing that I like about her is that she struggled. Her husband was there. Her kids are now made whole. And she didn't open up her little firm. These women are doing the damn thing. Don't say that we're not learning, because we are. Anyway, y'all, that is the end of my review. I'm sorry I was taking my time and trying to get my little thoughts together, you know what I'm saying? Because, these women is real. What were you all saying? What did you say, boo? Jennifer Allen said, yeah, she was supposed to have squashed that beef with Robin, but she's still big mad. That's why she was cussing and carrying on over something that wasn't about her. Absolutely, Jennifer. Absolutely. Saintly, our iconic soul, said yes, and Tiffany did brag about it. About it. Oh, you said did not brag about it. I saw it on her Instagram. Renee Den says, Kenyatta, Kiana was also upset because the show depicted Robin wanting to set up a brokerage with all the women on the show when Q already has her own company? That none of the women got recognized. None of them got recognized. Their names weren't even on the bottom of the screen. Because it's all about Q, in my opinion. And that's a damn shame. And the thing about it is you ain't got to tear nobody else down in order to build yourself up. Do that on your own merits. Do that on your own merits. Anyway, love y'all. Blessed in every area of my life. Thank you so much for being with us. Q wanted to be the star, and that didn't happen. Bloop. I'm ending on that one. Bye, y'all.